Sounds
Oh my
great.
gosh! So I'm back trying to get some information out to the people.
Yeah.
I sent you that link. Did you get a chance to listen to anything with that young lady?
Listen, I was able to like get into part one. Now, should we tell the people what we're referring to?
Yes. It's the what the TF did I marry? Who the TF did I marry?
Yeah.
And she's on this viral. Oh my gosh, this viral just videos, like series of videos. It was like 50 on TikTok, and then she's got it on YouTube. So I was able to see it on YouTube. And man, she is spilling the tea. Like for real, on these narcs.
You know what's so funny about that? I just felt like I was like the way she came across, I just felt like I was listening to one of my girlfriends.
Yes.
Story. Yes. And I really made it to the part where she was in a car having a conversation with him the first night. So I listened to the intro, I listened to her chatting with this gentleman. And you know how it is. Once you're with a narcissist, you see them everywhere. So didn't have to say much, and I was like, "Oh boy, he's looking for a place to live."
And that was something that you talked about in one of your videos. That's one of the tricks they use.
Yeah.
Like, because she said he was like in a studio apartment. She had like a 2 or 3 bedroom, nice place. So then all of a sudden COVID hits and they need a place to quarantine. And it just so happened that her place seemed to be the perfect place to quarantine.
How convenient.
How convenient was that, right? So that's the thing that people need to realize. We're just trying to educate the people. We're both trying to just spread the awareness on narcissism, parental alienation. But I mean, this girl has just gone viral, and in a way, I'm happy that she has gone viral because this is one of those things that has like kind of been under the radar for a long time. These narcs are getting exposed. These narcissists are finally getting exposed for the liars that they are, the cheats that they are. I mean,
people really haven't talked about that, and I think we talked about it a little bit last week, but a lot of folks, especially, women, we don't know what to call it. We just know something's off. At first, it's like, I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's my fault. I don't know if it's the dude's fault. Maybe I am forgetting things. I could have sworn he said this. I could have sworn they were just friends. Like all that extra stuff. And it's like, what do I call this situationship? Right?
Yeah, all that gaslighting going on. Have you almost out of your mind? And that's the whole thing. That's the whole tactic, is they have you questioning your own reality and what you know is true. And then you start to almost go crazy, like, wait, did that really happen? Or wait, am I just imagining things? And it's really that person playing mind games with your head and manipulating you. The one thing that got me, and I can't remember, I need to go back and find the video, which one it was when she said that she felt like he was literally getting off on the fact of them going to search for cars, giving her the hope, going to the BMW, going to the Audi, going to all these dealerships, test driving cars, like he was going to buy it for her. But she said it was like he almost got excited about the hope of her getting it just for her to get disappointed. Now, you tell me that's not twisted.
Yes. I didn't make it that far, but it doesn't sound surprising.
No, I mean, there was so many red flags. Okay, how about met on Facebook dating? Yeah, that's like a red flag in and of itself. Like, let's not do that. First of all,
not everybody on Facebook. I mean, if it was that other one.
I guess if you want to meet a narcissist, if you don't mind meeting narcissists, I guess you could go on there and take a chance.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Right. There are a lot of red flags. And when you're not educated on the red flags, then, a lot of things that you'll hear you'll try to explain it away, right? Because, like, as empaths, we want to believe that people have the best interest at heart. We want to believe that people are like us. We're not out to manipulate. We're not out to scheme anybody. We're not out to, benefit from the relationship. So, sometimes you'll come across a person on any dating site, really, and then they might say some things that sound really interesting. And if you're not well versed in red flags, you'll fall for it. I mean,
this was the thing. She said that when they met, he had 2 dating profiles. So she met him on the Facebook one, right?
That right
and
there.
And then she said it was a different name, different pictures, basically almost like another personality, right?
There you go. Yes, that right there.
There you go, right?
That was a red flag. That was a red flag. And hindsight 2020, she called it, she owned it. She was like, look, he had 2 profiles. We even joked about it. I think it was Hinge, right?
Yeah, she said that they matched, like, oh, he thought it was funny, like, yeah, we were a match on the other dating site. And I'm like, dude, like, they telling themselves, but if you're not listening and paying attention, and you have to not be so blinded by love and wanting to be in love,
right?
And the idea of being in love that you overlook these red flags that are right in front of you.
I'm laughing like, oh, she found it on Hinge, and he became unhinged.
Right. And I mean, the dude was talking about he was a vice president or something, but then was working in clothes, like going to work in clothes that looked like he worked at an Amazon warehouse. I was like, I don't know too many vice presidents of a company that go to work looking like they're going to work in a warehouse. Because you said, because I'm walking up and down the floors, and I gotta, be comfortable. And I'm like, but that doesn't make sense. What vice president is walking up and down the floors every day?
And here's the isolation part, like had she been surrounded, and I don't know if she goes into the isolation piece. I know she talks about when they met while they were married and after the divorce.
Right.
And God bless her, she's practicing no contact, which I absolutely commend.
Yes.
But like when you don't have people around you to say, oh, that don't seem right, or when the person has gotten you so wrapped around their pinky that whatever you say, whatever comes out of their mouth is gold, because you just want to believe it.
She even said that she knew that something he said was a lie, but because she was pregnant and she knew the whole thing with the house. I don't know if you got to hear about that. We'll have to go in depth in another time, but the whole thing with the house, she knew that when it fell through, it was a lie, but she just said, you know what? I'm just going to overlook the fact that I know he's lying because I'm pregnant and I want to just keep it, I just want to keep the peace and keep it going and not have an argument about it.
Right.
So she knew she was being deceived and she just kept going. Mm-hmm. But the thing that got me is this is a typical nerd though. When she ended up having the miscarriage, when she was losing the baby. So she basically had to go to the hospital, and then he's conveniently not able to be there to take her to get the procedure done to go ahead and go through with the process. So
they don't care.
Because he said, my sister can be there. And she was like, well, I don't want your sister to be there. I don't know your sister. And then she had to get one of her relatives and family members. So then she's at the hospital, and then the doctor is like trying to call the guy saying, hey, are you going to come pick her up? And then his assistant is basically saying that he's going to relay information. So they finally get to him. And over an hour later, I mean, this is taking forever for him to come pick her up from the hospital after she had a medical procedure.
So I haven't really listened that much, so I don't know what's going on. But was the assistant a female? I'm just curious.
No, it was a guy.
Oh,
a guy, conveniently some guy.
Could have been him.
Who knows how many layers there are to this, right?
It could have been him. It could have been his alter ego.
His alter ego, right? This person is mental, other than being a compulsive liar, right? So she said that when he finally came to pick her up, he told her mother and aunt and said, oh, well, you just don't need to call her for like a week. Isolation, right there. Isn't that isolation? She just had a medical procedure and you're telling her mother and aunt not to call her for a week.
Yeah.
What mother that truly loves her daughter is not going to check on her after she just had a medical procedure for a whole week?
I'll tell you what, anybody tells me not to check on my kid, that's when I'm checking on my kid.
Oh, I'm gonna check on them even more. Now I'm checking extra.
You're not going to finish the job and then have me file a missing persons report.
Right,
Okay.
that part. When was the last time you spoke to your daughter? Oh my God, a week ago, because he said not to call her. What?
Yeah.
And she said that she didn't know that he had sent them a text saying that. She didn't know that. He did that behind her back.
Yeah.
But you know, she's so out of it because she's drugged up, she's on medication, you know what I mean? So she doesn't understand like what's really happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, this dude had all types of red flags. And the sad part about it was because all of this was happening during COVID. She was pregnant, she felt trapped, she was living with the dude. So it was like, you know, it was so sad because she just felt like she had to just keep going with it. She felt like she had to keep going with it. So, Cassandra, what is the lesson that we learned? I think we probably gonna wrap it up and kind of get going.
Yeah.
I wanted to just
let's wrap it up. But we just, you know what I'm getting from it. I don't know if you read the 48 Laws of Power, where they talk about isolation, because that is the easiest way to manipulate somebody, because we are social beings. And I'm just going to wrap it up like this. There's power in numbers. If you're in a relationship and your partner is the only contact you have a problem.
You have a major problem, because then that's the only voice you hear, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that can be, that person can really destroy you. If they're the only voice you hear, if they decide that they just want to talk to you like trash every day, and you don't have access to anybody else to encourage you, uplift you, that person can just beat you down to the ground so bad, you don't have no self-esteem left. You just down in the dumps. So I just say this, and I caution this to everybody watching or whoever sees this replay. Don't ever allow anyone to isolate you. Don't ever get so caught up in a relationship that you start like not hanging out with your friends or being around your family, or like, oh well, he doesn't like me hanging around them, or he wants to spend time together, so I'm not going to spend time with your friend. No, you can still have a healthy balance of going out with your guy, and then also having that contact with your friends and family. Because as soon as they start cutting off your relationships, guess what? Once they know that all those relationships are severed, that's when you start seeing that head turn. Girl, you start seeing the head turn. You start seeing that demon come out, girl.
Jekyll and Hyde, right?
Girl, you start seeing stuff you ain't never seen before. They start saying stuff you ain't never thought they could say or come out their mouth. Oh my gosh, girl, you just don't know. And you start to girl, let me tell you, well, we both, you and me both, right?
Yeah.
But it's just a thing of educating a lot of people out there, because you have these people like suffering in silence and they are ashamed to talk about what happened. I love that she did this, because this is going to make more people talk about the toxic relationships they've been in, the abuse that they suffered, whether it's physical, emotional, sexual, whatever that has happened to them in their life. They won't be afraid to talk about it now. Kind of like the Me Too movement. This is kind of like opening up a whole can of worms right now.
Yes. We are doing good work. So on that note, let's go ahead and wrap it up. But tell them, where can people find you if they want to get a little bit more of your content and education?
Yes, Mind of My Healing on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm on all of those. Mind of My Healing, I'm on there. I want to just help the people. I want to get these people free from this. I want to get people educated on this. I want to coach people to a better life through to healthier relationships, so that you can actually succeed and do something positive with your life. You know, because these people will damage you so bad to the point where you feel like you're nothing and can't do anything. And you can do better. And that is not true. But that's a lie that they have instilled those lies in your head. And there are people that have been there, done that, got out of it, and they can help you to get out too. What about you, Cassandra? Where can they find
my gosh. Well, coaching by Cassandra. So on here, I'm what's that little thing? Underscore coaching by Cassandra on IG, coaching by Cassandra on YouTube, coaching by Cassandra on Facebook. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We are just spreading the word and helping, my people are, the women that are going through this. And I really want to help you. So if you are stuck in a relationship, you feel like no one's listening, you feel isolated, don't try to figure out don't try to figure it out yourself. Come to me, go to Tyler. We are more than happy to walk you through how to get out, get free, and get happy.
That's right. And go ahead and put your comments in the chat. Go ahead and put your questions in the chat. We want to hear back from you. We want to hear more about what you want to hear about so that we can bring the tea and bring some good stuff to you so y'all can listen in here. We want y'all to ask questions. We want to answer them. I mean, even if you want to ask us about our personal experience, put it out there. Let us know what you want to hear because we want to serve the people. That's what we're here for because we want to make sure we are giving you the information so that you can make better choices and not be stuck in these toxic relationships anymore. There's better out there for you. You just gotta know that.
We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. The secrets keep it secret.
Expose it, girl. We gonna expose
yes.
it.
Yes.
Open the door. All right, girl. We will see you on the next live next week. Same time.
Absolutely.
We're gonna make this happen. We'll try to be all right, girl.
Yes. Come here. You take care. Always a pleasure.
Yes. All right, girl. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.